Hey. I love when he kicks that in like that.
Complete nonsense.
You gotta love the producer. Let's hear it for the producer. Let's hear it for the producer for that. Yeah.
No.
Okay. No. Oh, tonight the buttons are off because you have a sinus headache.
Yeah.
Is that what's happening? So now we get
no buttons.
Now we get 0 buttons.
0 buttons.
But you didn't let me get the snake.
Get the snake, man.
Yeah.
Grab the
Get
snake.
the snake. I'm not touching the snake.
Why does nobody want to touch the snake?
Fuck the snake.
Complete nonsense has gone 100% gay.
I do not want to touch a snake.
Playing with our
Hate
snakes.
snakes.
This is just so ridiculous.
Snake sucks.
You know what? I've learned a couple of things about the last show. I'm going to let me real quick to jump this out and get this out of the way.
Snake.
I need to get this out of the way real quick. First of all, when I'm letting my hair grow out, I look like Herbie from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Have
you seen the thing where he has the...
I used to watch it before, like in cartoon, but
Yeah.
I get to see it live.
You do see it live, right? Again, right here. Second thing I've noticed is, God, you got to be on like point. You got to be, we should be. Right now, I don't care that we're not dressed, but starting next week, I think we're going to dress a little bit, at least put a shirt on.
You definitely combed your hair tonight. You can tell.
I combed it every week.
Yeah.
Which
Last
part,
week, I took a shower. Remember you were busting my balls about
And the
showering?
wife said, yeah, AC was a little drunk on the last show.
Yeah.
Who said that?
My wife.
Oh, yeah, but I was drunk. There
I
wasn't
know.
like a...
I know.
But it sounded drunk?
She said so.
I don't think so.
That was the
I
feedback
don't know
I
what
got. That's the only comment I got.
Oh, I got a great one I can read now, too. Watch this one. I'm going to paraphrase it.
Don't do it.
I
Don't read it.
Yeah, I got to read it. He
right.
loves these.
Oh, I do love
Dees,
them.
he loves them. I always tell these people, stop telling me because you got to put it in there because the guy wants to hear it.
I do want to hear. I love the feedback.
I know what you love.
Podcast land.
So this
Love
is
it.
another one. This is another one. It says, I'm going to paraphrase because there's a lot going on with the thing, right? He says, hey, buddy, just a quick note. Wanted to compliment you on your podcast and congratulate you on almost a full year. I listen often, and it's good to hear your voice, especially when I need a good laugh. Now, this isn't about just me. This is one of my very close friends. We know KK. I've talked about him many times. The one of my best friends that passed. This is his brother that was also. We were very, very close. Another one of my best friends. He goes. I always admired the way when we would be up for anything, and we'd have the ability to throw everything at it. Keep up the great work, guys.
Yeah, see?
Guys, I want to make sure you put guys in
With
there
an S,
because
with
I
an
wanted
S.
you to know. There you go. And then, as you know, I got another one. I got another compliment from Sis and Callie telling us that she loved the reels and she loved the fact that we're doing video. I got Staxx good today. You didn't hear about this one, Sherpa. I'm gonna tell you. So we have another family friend, right? This is we love them dearly. They're related. We can say Kendall and we can say Bo, right? We don't have to make those names up, right? So it's his niece, right? His sister's daughter.
Shout out.
And she's very, very cool. We love them very dearly. They're not only related, but they're family friends, And I've become friends with her husband and her fiance and her, right? So anyway, so she texted me today. And she goes, hey, I just got a quick thing for you. I think that the camera should pan back and forth to both people. And she writes this whole thing. Of course, Dees is really, we'll get into this, but Dees does not he loves what he does. But
I do love
half the joke and the best part of it is him feeling like AC had way too much airtime. He wants equal airtime. Wait till we go into contracts. We're not even going to go there.
100%.
So wait. So this is what she writes to me. So I'm gonna paraphrase this one also because it was very funny. So she says, hold on, let me look. See, I got my notes. She says, hey, just an outside opinion here. Don't care if you all want it. I'm giving it to you anyway. With a smiley face. Absolutely love the podcast, TikTok. I think it can be big. It can be big if you make the videos longer and also if the camera jumps back and forth on everybody's faces when they talk, not just one person. So the one person I'm assuming is me, right? Because it was all on me, right? So
absolutely.
Thank you. Yeah. So she says, just one person sitting here, everyone in the background. I don't know if you already got that in works, but I love it. People love visuals. So the fact you're making videos now is awesome. So you know what I respond? Thanks. Love the opinion. Fuck off.
I love it.
I left it. Now, the only reason I left it is I know Kendall because I got her good with the tickets that day at the show. Yeah. I said, your guy didn't give me the tickets, right? We ordered tickets from her, and I said, your guy didn't give me the tickets. And she's like, what do you mean? I said, your guy's supposed to transfer me tickets. What kind of bullshit is this? She's like, oh, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, man, what the fuck? I can't get in the show because your guy, I gave some guy $200. I didn't get the fucking tickets. What kind of shit is that? And she was like starting to sweat, so I had to let her off the hook. But I knew this one, and for a minute she was probably like, oh, like a little bump in her stomach, right? But then I knew Staxx was probably fucking like this. To all the tongue she had.
Yes, we were all on that text, by the way. It wasn't just you.
Yeah, but it was just me, you, her, and him.
I didn't see it.
I'm sure he didn't see it. Yeah. So I knew as soon as she saw it, she'd be like, what the fuck was that? So then she rolls up on me. She goes, she was kidding. I said, I don't give a fuck she was kidding. I was like, she came at me. And Staxx is like, that's bull. That's, oh my God. And I couldn't let her go too far. I was like,
no, what I said was in the text chain was what he meant to say is thank you.
I did. Yeah. And then I said, I thanked.
Staxx has a little bit of anxiety when it comes to any confrontation,
Well, there's no reason to be mean to someone for no reason.
Not. But I'm not a mean. I mean, I would never be mean for somebody for no reason, except Harvey Schroenberg
and Dees.
I'm not going anywhere there. I've spoken my piece. You were not here for the show.
I was in the show.
You were in the show?
I'm very memorable.
You were
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I can't wait. Can't wait. It's already out, and I hope you all enjoyed it.
Remember, you looked at me and said you might know people that in the legal world.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. It was a great show.
Yeah.
But so Dees gets extremely emotional.
Oh boy.
He just did it now. He wants his FaceTime. So you know what Sherpa had to do? He had to put a camera trained right on that fucking beautiful sullen face.
That's right.
Just so you could point at it. It's so ridiculous.
I just want to be a part of the show.
You are part of the show.
I am now. All right.
God.
All right,
no, you better start being funny because last week Sherpa was like, it wasn't funny.
Yeah.
I didn't fucking like it.
Yeah.
You know, your wife
didn't have lightning.
Yeah. Oh, lightning. This is what happened. I'm gonna catch you up. Once again, I'm dealing with your emotional shit on the side.
This wasn't about you, Sherpa, by the way.
I got nothing. You know, once if I had a nickel for every time this motherfucker said time, God, there would be 20 strippers out there, and we'd be in a fucking cocaine den.
I get it. It's a lot.
You don't get it.
It's a lot for him to do, man. I get it.
It's all nonsense. So anyway, nothing is time. Nothing's there. Time again is irrelevant because one day, you know what's going to happen? You're going to, and that's it. Whatever you thought you were getting to, you're not going to get to. And that's what that woman told me today, which was really fucking cool.
Yeah, I want to hear about that.
I'm going to.
Yeah, I want to hear about that too.
I want to hear about that too.
We don't need to relive lightning. Let's
I got to catch him up.
Yeah, no, let's just hear about that.
Oh, you don't want to talk about the lightning?
Dees and Staxx.
Good. Admit you're coming off the lightning.
No.
Nice. What I will say this, Sherpa, I love the intro. Dees, I love every meme you ever make. I love them all.
Okay.
As much as you put in, I love it. I do. I love it all.
Okay.
Okay. So,
enough said.
You want to talk about? Should I get the snake?
No.
Yes.
This is part of this.
Absolutely.
Part of this.
No.
Grab the snake.
You should have started with the snake.
I know. I should.
The next one you should.
What does a snake have to do with anything?
Next time we'll have a snake coming out.
No, leave the snake.
What's going to happen if I ever bang my tooth in the chips and we got to keep filming? Because this thing is always close to
well, you're not supposed to deep throat it.
I know, but you know what?
So hard
next week it's going to be change. I'm going to be there. He's going to be here with the table. You guys are going to have kind of a new table.
There's going to be snakes everywhere.
There'll be snakes everywhere.
Staxx out.
Where you
Dees
going?
out.
Where you going? You love snakes.
I don't.
You tell me all the time.
She loves Dees snake.
When have I ever?
You tell us all the time.
When have I ever?
Every time there's something going on this way out here, I backed up on that snake. We went out to dinner last week. You know what I did, AC? I said, what'd you do tonight? What'd you do, Staxx? I backed up on that snake. I said, yeah.
Has never.
Wait, I was at your window. What I heard.
You at my window?
That is so fantastic.
I knew I heard something.
It works so well when he fucks it up. Like when he misses the button, it's even better than when he does the button. So, and that's what we love about it. All right,
what happened at the window, bro?
I was trying to get there.
I want to know.
I was trying to get first. I heard, don't.
Well, that's the thing, though.
That was them throwing themselves on the bed. All right, the big guy crashing down the bed, waiting for his beautiful bride. Then what? No, first she said, don't.
Oh,
Yeah. She said, right. She said, duh. I should have cue cards.
Put it here. Duh.
If we're going to do that, we need a cue cards. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I heard all that. And then all of a sudden, you talk about how you had snakes. So before we get into what I did today, we had a really cool, which Sherpa I invite to everything, right? But I can't wait to get the missus in here because we're gonna get to the bottom of the mystery, right? Is it him saying no or her saying no? That's what's gonna be fun about
it's me saying no. It's not her.
Okay.
There's no mystery.
I think he's compromising with what he needs to do.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That's logical.
That's such an
That's
easy,
a logical
no,
thought.
that's the first time he's ever fucking been logical.
Thank you.
40 years I've known.
Be here all week.
Yeah. Dr. T over here. Not Phil, Dr. T. So we had a very, and again, I invited you, but you didn't come. So whoever hasn't should in their local area go to the Paranormal Circus. Is that what it was called?
Yeah, Paranormal Circus. That was actually pretty fun.
It was a lot of fun.
So what it was like a vampire. It was a yeah, you're right. It wasn't maybe a zombie.
It was like a
themed?
zombie type, hellish type
circus.
Yeah.
It was a Cirque du Soleil,
Crazy
but it was
town,
based on like demons and zombies and that kind of thing. So I get these tickets.
Really, it was more like strippers doing acrobatics.
Oh God,
right in front of you.
It was we were front row
so
too.
awkward.
Don't take your other half.
I bought front. No, definitely don't take your other half.
I had these chicks swaying their ass in front of me with banging teeth, and I'm like, "Oh, this is scary." Like, what do you think, Staxx? Boo! You know. Like, I don't know.
And then guess what?
What?
That's what happened.
Really?
Yeah,
A little
they're in the back seat giving hand jobs. So we I get these tickets, and it's real. This isn't about being blessed or not. I get the tickets because I cannot be crowded in, so I got to be front row. I got nobody in front of me. And even when we go to the hot games, we go up to the 300s because we like to afford that, right? We make sure we're all living affordably with it, but I try and get as close to the front as I possibly can, just because I can't stand being. Or even when we try and get to the aisle where we're on the end, right? It doesn't always work for us, but usually we get lucky because there's usually nobody next to us.
Yeah.
So we're kind of blessed by that.
We even get luckier than we thought we were going to get that
100%,
actual night.
100%.
So I mean,
except the day
I
you
can
would
tell you all our secrets out there, podcast.
Except when you wouldn't sit back. This guy, when you take him to a game, look at the size of him. He won't sit back. So I'm the protector. That's just my nature. Somebody tells me something, I'm going to get involved. Everybody knows. You don't want him to do anything, don't tell him. It's simple. It's a simple rule. Live by it. I'm going to put it on his shirt. If you don't want AC to do some stupid shit, don't tell him, right? So what does CC do? And she just whispered, and it wasn't anything. She said, we're at a hockey game. She said, I'm having a tough time seeing around
that's not what happened.
What do you mean that's not what happened?
That's not what happened.
She did not tell
That's
you
what
she
she
couldn't
did.
She
see.
never said a word to AC.
No.
And
she
first of all, we're
bent
trying
up.
to sit together because we love hockey.
Yeah.
But the bottom line
She didn't
is,
tell
he
you.
kept
She
did.
smacking me and say, "Sit back." She can't see. And she's looking at her phone, and I'm like, "Bro." I turned to her and I said, "Cece, are you okay?" I said, this guy can't keep his fucking hand off me.
When I talk about when it clicked in my brain that she couldn't see, every time he leaned up, I pushed him back. It was a good solid period. I was like, lean back, get back, guy. Yeah. Maybe you should get back. And then he's like, he says, CC, can you not fucking see? And she goes, I can see. And he goes, tell this guy.
I said, would you fucking tell this guy?
Tell this guy. So I get these front row seats. So I get these front row seats, all of us, and I didn't know what we were in for. Like, I didn't know. You guys didn't know that was going to be like. And all of a sudden, the first act, man, thong up her ass with the half shirt, and she's on by her hair. Wasn't the chick with hair? Yeah. And she just like now, you're supposed to be looking at
What's
her
the
hair.
demographic? Like, are we talking? Who showed up? Did people know what was going on, or do you have like some 60-year-olds family?
No. Let me. I'll explain that. Good question, because at the end of the day, I get the 12:30 show. 11:30. So first of all, I hear from the grandparents.
11:30 at night.
Yeah, I know. He told me, and I'm like, "There's no way I'm making that, dude. What are you talking about?"
Because again, Sherpa. See again, he's gonna make that statement. I'm gonna refute that because again, at the end of the day, he just had a fucking interview with not one but two nannies that can do shifts. So I'm thinking, okay, get the guy on a Saturday night. I'm sorry that I don't think the way everybody thinks, where it's too soon or too early or fucking I don't know how people think.
Sherpa.
But again, again, how would you not? You have two people that are starting to work for you. How would you not feel that you could now go out for a minute? I'm not saying leave. I didn't say go on vacation. We went out. So I take the 11:30. So I got to hear from Grandpa 1, Grandpa 2. He's like, he gets in his chair. It's all over. She's always biting her fucking nails about everything that's going on. And Cece's like, it's past my bedtime. Past my bedtime. Past my bedtime. Past my bedtime. I didn't give a fuck. So I got to sit. First thing I do, there's a huge line. I'm like, let's pretend to go to the bathroom. Go in the bathroom. Now we're in. I ain't got to wait in line, right? Hey, you're going to charge me
His circus is in the bathroom. He's just circling around.
Yeah. I'm like, $65? I'm not staying in this fucking line.
Check this out.
It was called VIP. So I walked up to the girl who's Mexican or Portuguese, something to that effect, or Colombian or something like that. And she says, I said, hey, girl, where's the VIP line? She goes, oh, I didn't know that VIP line. I said, what the fuck, man? I paid $65 to be on VIP. Okay, no problem. So I walk away. I go back. I say, Kyle, you got to go to the bathroom? She goes, yeah, I could go. I said, great. So now I'm in. So now I'm in the thing. I'm like, great. This is fantastic. I'm walking around. I'm like, oh, she got the Dees. She got Dees, And because he's in the car sleeping. Who the fuck's sleeping, right? He's in the car
The
sleeping.
line was all
Sleeping.
It was around the lake.
Everybody says, that's not the way it happened. It's bullshit. It's exactly. If I had a camera, Walker, when you get your box next week, motherfucker, I'm going to be with this camera everywhere. Because then nobody will ever refute. Nobody will ever be able to refuse. Because you'll say, that's not what happened. I wasn't going to go. Again, looking out for you. Hey, man, the guy's stressed. The wife is stressed. They have this beautiful little boy, blah, 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 blah. They get 2 nights, one night out for 2 hours. Right? Everybody. No,
it wasn't 2 hours.
But even if it
was about 3
started
hours.
an hour late, first of all.
It started about a half hour late. It started at midnight, and we were home by 2:30. So it's 2.5 hours. Again, we weren't there. We didn't drive to Jersey. We went to fucking Daytona.
Yeah, but if he would have went, that'd have been a really late night for the babysitters for that scenario.
I paid there. Wait, hold on, bro. These are not 10-year-olds. These are 2 college.
No,
fucking,
I understand.
do you remember
but
the days
he's
when
got
you had a little one?
He don't remember.
Who wake up at
He don't remember
5 a.m.
yesterday.
or 6 a.m.
They wouldn't
and-
enjoy. They wouldn't enjoy.
I will
it
drag
because it's-
CC in here by her hair. First of all,
She's not in the circus, by the way.
First of all,
She's
Slap
not in
her
the
with a
circus.
snake.
oh God! Not only is my snake, his snake, your snake, it'll be fucking the accused. Okay.
Yeah.
So if anybody knows that reference, Jodie Foster, great movie, 1986. So at the end of the day, what happened was she answering that question. When we had the
was a
little
statement.
when we had the little ones. No, that was a question. When we had the little ones, we had a full-time nanny. So we had the ability to go away and do those things. And my nanny came with us. So a lot of times when the nanny came, we got our own hotel room, the whole 9 yards. So yes, and I'm not being snobbish. It's just, it is what it is. That's how I operate. So I didn't have that world. But then at the end of the day, when we have the babysitters now, okay, which are babysitters, because God forbid, CC will not leave Bam's fucking sight, right? Again, either it's the bedtime's too late, blah, 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 or she won't let somebody drive with the kid. There's a whole lot going on. Again, new mom, your wife understands that, new mother, they're all over it. And I respect that. But anyway, so yeah, I was just trying to get the fucking guy out because he had 2 nannies. So now he has 2 nannies he could do. So I get
At the same time, 2 nannies?
No, one they're shifting. They're doing shifts.
So they tag
Tag
team.
team.
each other.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
Tag team.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I've never
invite
heard
him.
of that.
I invite him, and this is what I get. Probably not. He doesn't say probably. It's probably.
I say no to him a
Probably.
lot too.
Yeah,
I do. I do say
You
no to him.
always say
I
no, not
do.
a lot.
I
It's
do.
ridiculous. I feel like my friends we're living in a fucking, like an old age home, and I got to shuffle them, be like, can we go out tonight? Even, I'm going to give you an example. Next week, Ian Bragg, another fantastic. Have you heard of Ian Bragg?
No.
Fantastic comedian, Canadian. Look him up. He's very, very funny. And he's a good crowd worker, right? He's going to be in Orlando. So I'm going to invite everybody, right? And if none of you go, I'm fucking going. I'm on my way.
Bragg.
Yeah, I'm sure you've
I've
seen
probably
him.
seen him.
So I get these tickets, right? We get in there. So the first thing that happens is a chick by her hair, right? And again, the guys, we got to kind of be like, oh, wow, that's awesome with your hair. But there's a vagina flying like this.
Oh, right. 100%.
the
Like this.
whole time.
100%.
And it's not just a vagina, it's a spread vagina.
Yeah.
No, and there was no, I promise you this, Sherpa, there was no, don't.
Yeah.
These are circus chicks.
Yeah.
These are fucking,
Yeah.
these are rock star, like hard as a rock circus
And
chicks.
you didn't even know if they flew by you with that something might pop out like a little trick, you didn't know.
Circus.
sure
You didn't know. There was some adult stuff going
I'm
on.
sure
there.
I saw a labia. Something
Yeah,
out there.
100%.
Yeah, and I was like, oh no, I don't want to look at that.
I mean, this guy had like, remember all the guy was coming out with cocks and all this other stuff. and
Yeah.
just flipping them around.
Yeah, but that
It
was an adult show
a little
'cause they
intense.
didn't say-
Oh
Really?
yeah.
Yeah, it was
They were
17
juggling.
and over.
Yeah, but it was
Yeah.
it was fun. It was a very good time.
Yeah, it was
so
awesome
we
till
get
that
this thing. I pulled them all out, got him in there, got us in first. We were there before the line even started. We were already in. right? We get to our seats. We're doing this. Boom. And it was 2:00 in the morning, 2:30. But everybody had a good time.
Popcorn?
Yeah.
Did you get a thing of popcorn?
This guy gets a thing.
Let's go to the circus. I would expect the same thing.
Thankfully, you mentioned that.
Yeah.
This motherfucker gets a popcorn the size of his head.
Size of my house.
And then he
wants
wants to. So he's like, hey, AC, you want some popcorn? You know, he's always like, he doesn't talk like, he's like, AC, you want some popcorn? You know, that kind of joke. So I'm like, I'm good for right now. And him and Staxx and CC, they're all munching on his popcorn. So then he's like, can you put this over there? Because now our row was
Such
empty.
a big.
Empty.
So
like
big.
we were empty. We got lucky. Again, nobody around me. I'm not squeezed in because we had tickets that were apart from each other. So I just went over to some random people that were sitting there and said, hey, bud, can I sit next to you people? They're my family. Like, where you sitting? I said, I'm sitting same place you are over there. Well, they wanted to fucking see like I was lying. Like when they got up and I sat down, I was going to be like, get back in, bitch. Got your seats. Got your notes. It was fucking ridiculous. So I said, I'm right over there looking. I said, look, I'm right over here. I'm pointing at the thing right over here. So they let me sit. So I got this thing now. He's eating the popcorn, right? Hands me the popcorn. Hey, could you put it in your seat next like this? Could you put it in the seat next to you? I'm full. You know? I'm full. No problem.
I did.
He wasn't
I did
full?
do that. I did
he
do
wasn't
that.
full?
That's not how he talks.
Oh my God. He doesn't talk like he's not like Sherpa. Hey, probably. He's more, hey, oh dude. Is he not? So he hands me this pop.
Golly, I gotta
He
start
hands
working
me
out.
Testosterone.
He hands me this pop. Yeah, we were gonna we talked about that. Testosterone.
Hey, take this shit.
Yeah, from TikTok. Hey, AC, why is your balls on the floor in the middle of your living room? I took the TikTok.
Hey, AC, you want some fucking popcorn?
Yeah, man. That's not how it would go. The first time we ingested, however we ingested, we'd probably die. We'd probably be
What
like,
are you talking about?
He wanted to buy testosterone off TikTok.
Really?
Yeah,
It was on sale.
Think about that, Sherpa.
I'm on a budget.
And I said, we're not buying TikTok from, and he was trying to convince me. I said, bro, I'm not buying TikTok.
Pretty sure one arm would
Fucking-
have grew. This one.
Yeah, I'm not buying fucking chemicals from TikTok. It makes no sense, right? We had an argument about it for a week. It was a fucking week long. So this is what he does. He says, I'm full. Can you put the popcorn over there? I said, sure, I'll put the popcorn. So I take it. I'm like, all right, now the popcorn's next to me. So I'm like, all right, let me take a little popcorn. But it was the stallest fucking popcorn I've ever eaten. Like it was.
The top was
there.
good.
It was
The
there
top was
because
good.
they had 3 shows before us for 2 days. So we were the Saturday night show, right? There were 3 shows during the day, 4 shows a day. There was the same popcorn. So I take a handful. I'm like, this fucking shit is like. This guy's telling me it wasn't when I was eating. That's fucking bullshit. It did not go stale from his fucking fist to when I put it next to me. And then he never took the fucking popcorn back. Of course he didn't take it because if he ate the good layer, he gave me the shitty layer and didn't even think fucking twice about it. So now we get back to the show. We got chicks flying all over the place, like
And
just
dancing right in front of us.
Oh,
Like,
right in front of
right
us.
in front
Turning
of us.
around, like bending over. I mean, it was like everything was thong and everything was.
You're like, I'm like this with Staxx.
Yeah,
I just kept looking at her. And she's like looking at me. I'm like,
yeah, I didn't even look at anybody.
I'm looking like past.
I knew what they were all doing over there. This one, like these guys, he's trying to ignore, like he's pretending he's not looking.
Well, you were just dead ahead.
but she's right.
I look, oh my God.
Eating stale popcorn.
Yeah, we have beautiful wives. You can appreciate beauty and still have a beautiful wife, right?
Yeah.
And it's not like, even if I saw the lip or vagina, I wasn't going to get up there and swing with her and be gone. It wasn't like Sissy was going to fucking all of a sudden wake up next morning and I'm part of the circus.
Imagine if we just took out dollar bills. We're like,
Yeah. So we got that. So now I said, hey, did everybody have a good time? It's 2:00 in the morning. Everybody goes. We had a good time.
Yeah.
Everybody loved it. I dragged them out late and realized that we can go out late and nobody's going to turn into a fucking pumpkin.
duh.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, now let's get to
We
today.
win again.
Let's get to today. I'm sweating.
Dude, if I look this way,
Yeah, but at least
I'm
it's
Stevie
better.
Wonder.
We love Sherpa's lights. Sherpa's lights are it really did a nice job with the video. Like it was clean, it was crisp. The lights. He said to light you guys up, and I said no. I flat out said. He said, "You see how light you were, and they were in the dark." And of course, I was kidding because you'd cry like a fucking 10-year-old. I said they don't need to be lit up. He's like, we need to light them up.
I said, lit up.
I know you want to be lit up.
I want lightning to go across all my body.
Yeah, right. Oh my God, I love the lightning. I just want to say that I love the lightning. The intro to the show is so good. It's so like the way it's thunder, and then you see the thing. It was fucking genius. And again, has nothing to do with anything else we've done. That we needed that, bro.
Yeah,
it put us to a different level in terms of
it's
video.
our first show on YouTube, and I thought it came out, and in Spotify, it came out really, really, really good.
Hope everybody's looking. We need subscribers. We went from 4 to 17.
Yeah.
Your turtle is stalking me.
I know. But you know what's interesting about the turtle? The fact that water's running the entire time, even though Dees is right next to it, you can't hear the water when you play the show. Yeah, he's stressing out. I tried to shut the light off, and Sherpa practically had a fucking conniption. He's like, "Oh, shut the light off! I need backlight from him." So you're basking.
He's got the magic, man. He's got it. He
does, guys. I know. Don't use that voice with him. One day, every time I get a phone call, I hear this. I quit. That's what and I hang up. And I'm like, God, please don't be the day. Don't let be the day. Because we need the video guy. I mean, it's not only do we like the guy, but we need the video. It'd be real sucky if he comes over, I come home, and all of a sudden the lights are gone. Yeah. Lights are all gone. I told him the other day.
You could be like me. I bring nothing to the table, so I'm
That's not true.
Interchangeable.
Staxx brings everything to the table.
You're definitely interchangeable, but you're not. I'm just what I mean? I'm just better at it.
We all are. We are all in NAC's world. Everybody's interchangeable.
I saw mine. There's 1,000.
You don't believe that.
I don't.
Should I tape with my phone?
Yes. I'm not holding footage for hostage.
I'm not interchangeable. So a couple of things I've learned. I look like Herbie from the dentist from Rudolph.
We told you that last
Very
week.
hairy.
Yeah, but
Hermie.
no, you didn't tell me that. I realized.
No,
that
I
this
said
week.
you look like the Lollipop Guild.
Yeah. That
I
was
did.
a while ago.
I said that last week.
Oh, was it last week? Yeah. So I'm letting it grow out, and it doesn't. I have to let it grow out. How you let it grow?
It's not already
grown
longer. Out.
No,
your chest hair is.
No, you can't. You see, two things you can't come at me about.
No, your chest
hair. You can't come at me about hair.
I can't.
You can't come at me about hair. Right. You're just the guy that shaves his arms like he's an Olympic swimmer.
I do.
Let's get that shit straight. And when you touch him, go touch him. He's wet as a motherfucker. Every time I'm next to him. Now, you can't come at me about hair and that I'm chubby. That's another thing I realized. We gotta get in shape. When we're doing this, I turned this. I was talking to Staxx. I saw this. Did you not see it on me?
No.
And I'm okay with it. I
noticed it too.
What?
My cheeks were really shiny, right?
Yeah. Like, I mean, for real, dude. Yeah. No, the whole bottom. I'm surprised my head stopped. I was like, I feel like I should be turning and be like this for a little bit.
I noticed it.
Yeah, man, it's gotta. So I looked at it and I was like, oh, but you see, you don't move as much as I do.
I know.
So you hide it well. You're a big guy. You're 6'5". You hide it well. You're a big guy. I mean, there's no getting around the fact that you're a big guy. I'm smaller. I'm 6 foot, right? And I wear it in the face. I wear it in the tits. So when I saw that day, I was like, oh man,
you should order the TikTok testosterone, bro.
Yeah, dude, I know. And this is how you could get me in next week. You'd wheel me in.
Yeah. You'd have a bicep coming out of your forehead.
Yeah. Like this. You'd be pushing that button. AC says you are a fucking idiot. That's how I'd be. And he'd be like, he'd be dead. You put any TikTok testosterone on this guy, that heart is exploding. We might be here when that happens. Also, hey Dees, how you feeling? Also, he's like, Whoa! And his heart comes flying out, sticks against the wall, and slides down. Right? And this is the argument that we had. But so I noticed that last week, and now I am trying really hard. You got to get off the shit. You sit there, you're buried in it. You look great. I mean, again, you're a beautiful woman. You guys are hidden from anything that may be unflattering. I'm right there.
You're just hiding behind the microphone.
Yeah, I'm not even hiding.
And you're all balls.
Even my nuts. I was like, is that fucking for real?
Male cameltoe, bro?
The worst. Yeah, it was camel. It was moose knuckle. Moose knuckle. The worst.
I didn't see any of this.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw it.
Yeah. I see it with you though too.
Yeah,
see,
but you're right on the balls.
Yeah, you're hitting. You hide it well.
Hide it.
My point exactly. Me and the Coles hide it well. Nobody can see you, so they don't see. But even if they start, you're not. You're young. Your nuts are up there. You're all fucking. Your shit hasn't dropped. So I was like looking. I was like, holy fuck. And then last week it was rough because do you remember when we went out and I think we were at the flea market and I found.
Flea market.
Yeah, weren't we at the flea market together here? Where did I get that Ranger T-shirt? I thought I was with you guys. Maybe I wasn't.
No.
So I got this Ranger T-shirt, and it was a couple of years ago. And yeah, man, and it was an XL, right? And all of a sudden I realized on that show last week, I had that Ranger gray shirt on that I've had for 20 years. Dude, I look like a sausage case. I look like a fucking sausage case. And I roll right through it. I can make fun of myself with it, and I'm fully confident because I really do think I'm a good-looking guy. Yeah. Even fat, I think I'm good-looking. It's terrible. I mean, somebody needs to put a comment, Al, you're an ugly fucking fat fuck, and maybe I'll change it, but I'm noticing it, and I'm just like, wow, that's awful. That's all. But I'm like, fuck it. I'll have the Doritos. Let me get to the bag of Doritos. So last week I was just like, and I saw it and I was like, oh my God, that's too much. I was like, is everybody seeing this where I'm just like flapping? It was like the ocean. It was like going down like the bus. And then I'm figuring if I shave, it's gonna be even fucking 10 times worse. So you know what I did today? Put on the sweatshirt. I put on the sweatshirt. I can't do anything about the ball.
But you didn't change your pants.
I did. These
he likes the balls flopping.
They're still the same kind.
Your balls.
Yeah, that's all the kind I got. I think we should start dressing up. Like I will dress up. I would love to be in a sport coat and a fucking pocket square. I mean, I think that'd be a little too much, but I would
too much.
I would love to be in one. All right, so let me get to my day. Let's get off of my fat.
Where are you going, bro?
Let's pull the back of your shirt down.
Yeah,
let's just pull that down.
We have 6 inches of ass over here.
See. Now you're all gonna.
I was just trying to help
me. Stop staring. No, stop staring. You can't stare at me.
Smack
It's
me in the
fucking
face
awkward.
with it.
We can't unsee it.
We got smacked in the face with this guy with his shirt off that week.
Oh,
and
you
it
did.
brushed right by me. Were you here for that?
Yeah.
He came in with his shirt over.
He came by, he was like,
and then I
bow,
realized why
bow,
he came over with his
bow.
shirt on.
I knew why.
Because I didn't realize that till the next day because he didn't want people to see.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't catch that. I just thought he was being.
He wasn't just randomly walking around with a shirt over his face.
Yeah, but he was way past the camera. He came in and the camera wasn't seeing him height level. When you're looking at this, it's looking at chin
looking
and
at your
balls.
balls.
Yeah. I mean, it's not looking at him. So all we saw was his belly, which, I mean, let's not be serious. It wasn't fucking like I was wanting to wash a shirt on it and shit. It had a little pudge to it, right? And then when the little side swipe, and I'm sure he got a rash when he went home.
A little pubic hair just.
Yeah, oh yeah. I don't think he had any hair on his chest. Do you shave your chest?
No, I just don't got any.
No, zero, right?
Yeah.
Well, let him borrow some.
Yeah. So let's go into my day. So my sis calls me. Right? Yeah, it is what it is. We'll go on a diet next week.
I'm on a diet. I used to be worse.
It looks good. So your ball shrunk.
Testosterone coming at you.
I can't wait to fix this table.
Yeah, that's all right.
It's coming along though, dude. And that's another thing I said to him. I said, I'm going to build you. I'm building you his dream studio because he keeps telling me how I'm the dream. Like I'm building everything he sends to me. I wouldn't know about it. So one day he's going to walk in and say, oh, I accomplished it. I got my dream studio. Cameras hanging from the fucking ceiling. My whole office is gone. There's nothing in it.
We came a long way and he pushed us further to the edge.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really awesome how we've come so far.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. And especially now, funny enough, one video, 2 weeks of some reels and some video and people are already seeing it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, literally, and again, we knew that was going to be the game changer because everybody, when you sit on your phone at night, when you're scrolling through, you're not scrolling through audio, you're scrolling through video,
right.
It's just that we're moving forward. We're going to have to work on doing, getting more of them out, which was funny. I'm going to give you one last story and I'm going to tell you about the day. So Sherpa had given me the reels, right? You gave me the reels. And I thought that all the painstaking video, when I was doing the audio, he had said, get your timestamps for the videos that you want, the minute videos of the clips, right? The reels. So he sends me a file. I never look at the file. I don't look at any of it. So I just downloaded it and I never looked at it. And I figured, okay, they were the 5, right? So I send it to him and I said, hey, Dees, get these up. So I'm waiting. I'm not thinking about it. All of a sudden there's like 40 fucking, 40 clips of the 40, reels, they're mashed together with a fucking ZZ Top song. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, Dees, what is this? And then I get to this guy. I'm like, bro, I was like, were those not the reels that you wanted me to cut? He goes, nah, I didn't do them. I said, what the fuck you mean you didn't do them? AC, I don't got the time. I hung up. I couldn't even hear the word time. I knew it was coming, right? It was over. The conversation was over. So now I'm running to the Dees. I'm trying to do that, right? Because I know he's posting them all. He's about to, because I asked him to post them all. All of a sudden, and then he gets mad. Then he's sad that I told him this.
That went.
What do you mean it's not how it went?
He just said post them. So, and then he says, you're too fast. You're too fast. You told me to post them.
Too fast.
So, I'm having trouble getting them up because the Samsung to the whole iPhone scenario, right? So I get them up and then I'm like, all right, well, there they are. What do I do? Whoa. There's
there was 30,
100
right?
of them. So I'm like,
these ones weren't bad. AI did not do a bad job on these ones.
I didn't.
So-
I should have looked at them.
You definitely should have looked at
I
them.
blame
So
myself.
I
Right?
pushed it.
100%. That's what we
through.
always blame.
And then it said, hey, want to put some music to it? I was like, why not? But that is a cool. Boom.
But I thought
He was
that-
like, ZZ Top. I was like, yeah.
I didn't mind
cool,
the
isn't
ZZ
it?
Top. It was just because it was.
I thought it was good.
This was the problem I had, and I'm gonna explain it now because all you guys last week, you all have this narrative, right? I would love to, as I will say a million times, I would love to live in every one of your lands except hers. I don't want to be in the stress land where everything's coming down and crippling and this that. I don't want to be that guy. You live in a fucking fancy land of, hey, you gotta make sure these
The
reels
tires
done.
are filled up correct. Yeah.
Exactly.
Good. Yeah.
And this guy is just like, I'm petting the rabbit. I'm petting the rabbit. Whatever you tell him to do, okay, I'll put
Who's
the
a good
rabbit
boy?
down. Yeah, I'll
He's
put
a
the
good boy?
rabbit down. I'm going to do it. So when you guys came at me last week, because I never fucking use the words, I'm going to look right in that camera, and I'm going to look at this camera. Hi, I'll jiggle your chin too. I never use the words, Joe Rogan's a fat cock. I never use those words. So when you said that last week, he said, you said Joe Rogan sucks a fat cock. I never said that. So the problem is,
He did say that.
I never when did I never said that.
I'm pretty sure he said that.
No, never. I never.
said
I
that.
would believe me. I'll tell you who sucks a fat cock.
We don't
You know
want to
what
hear
I'm
about
saying?
that. We already
Right.
went there.
Exactly.
Positivity.
Exactly. So the problem I had. Let's get to the reels. Let's get to the reels. The reel ended. He didn't even pay attention to where it started. So it ran through. If you look at the clip, it ran through like 30 pieces, and it landed on Joe Rogan's a fat cock.
Did not.
Yes, it did.
It stopped where he
Yes,
shut
it
off. It shut off.
Said something. It stopped right at that clip, dude. And I was like, no. And he's too.
I'm like, isn't that so good? That's so
that
good.
is.
So you did say it.
I saw the reel. Yeah. I didn't see the individual reels.
No,
See,
you did
you're not
say
even
that.
in the You're not even in the fucking play. You're not even in the game right now. We'll slow it down for you.
No,
She
you
is
said
married to the Dees.
you said you didn't say Joe Rogan.
I didn't say that.
Well, clearly you did.
No.
If it was on there.
No. It wasn't on there.
Pretty sure.
It takes words that
Pretty
we use.
sure he
So
said that.
the words I said last week were, I never said you sucked a fat cock. And it came, the way it cut it up, it just said, sucked a fat cock. It didn't say who, why, where. It ended on him mashing it all together.
Now he's
on
scared.
I'm not scared.
Now he's scared.
Now he's scared. I hope to die. Wouldn't that be
He's
great?
claiming deep fake.
Could you imagine being beat up by Joe Rogan? Guess who I got my ass kicked from, Joe Rogan?
I'm okay with you, Joe Rogan. I don't think that happens.
So when I saw this,
I think you're good.
when I saw
You
this,
eat pussy.
I said, you, man, that's a what? Don't even make that face. We do, yeah. Anyway, so because then it's hard to edit out. But anyway, no, I'm kidding because I'm very good at it. So we're very good at it. So that's what
He's
the
very good.
I'm pretty sure
He needs no one else.
I don't.
I know it's clear.
Do you again when you die? Do you think that everybody's gonna be around you? There may be a couple of people. Your kids move out of the state and all that. There's one or two of you around the bed, and you know who you're facing? You. It's you alone. You come in alone. You go out alone. So you have to be okay with yourself.
That's dark.
That's a Jerry's moment.
I'm okay with
Jerry
myself.
Springer. Yeah, you have
But
to
I'm
be.
gonna have a whole herd of people.
Heard.
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
there.
I don't know if you'll ever heard. You'll have a couple of people.
I'll be there.
Okay, will you just tell us
Yeah,
your story?
you're good. It's gonna happen right in that couch with a bowl of popcorn.
I'll be so sad.
or you're gonna come in with the testosterone. And again, the scenario I just put, I'll be like this. Whoosh. And you'll be there. I'm like, oh my god, we'll still film. We will still.
Yeah.
I was at a store.
AC is gonna be like, did you get that on camera?
Oh, 100%. I was at a store one time, and this is again another true story.
How does my hair look?
Right.
Yeah, who do you hire for that? Did somebody come in and do that whole thing?
I gotta drag you because she'll sue me when you die in the house. Like it's my fault. The turtle scared you or something like that. It's almost I'm dragging your fucking dead ass outside. That's it. Like with your feet up and everything.
Better get a crane.
He's gonna call the dog whisperer or whatever.
Yeah.
I got one for you.
Right? And she'd be like, "Oh, that's extra money. It's a lot of meat on."
Do you want the plastic tags to go with it?
How about like maybe she would say, "We should cut them
couple
off,
of keychains,
and we all get a little saw. We cut you off."
Do you want to cast of his paws?
That's ridiculous.
All right, tell us about your day.
Okay. This is the worst.
Oh, yeah.
Once I get over the bronchitis, don't act like you didn't give it to me. No, your kid gave it to me.
What?
I didn't give it to you.
Yes, your kid gave it to me.
You gave it to her.
Yeah.
Deny that.
Stop it.
I'm not going to deny. I'm not going to sit here and be denied that I was as healthy as an ox until I came across your child. Your child, and all of a sudden she came in, and I love her, and she can get me sick anytime.
You already look like an ox. So.
Whoa, that's just hurtful. See, I'm not hurtful.
All right.
I don't say you fat bastard, you fucking ugly fat ball motherfucker.
You look like an ox with big balls.
Okay, so my sister
Can't stop looking at your balls.
Do you? They're not there.
Stop looking at your camel toe.
They're not there. Is there camel
Moose
toe?
knuckle.
You can't say that. People are going to go right to the camel toe.
I know. Right when we started, I'm like, oh, I should have reframed the shot.
Then change it.
They just hit the floor.
It's already there.
Yo, we can't talk.
They're hanging on.
Let me. Remember, I'm 54. Let me position them.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's tough when you sit on them.
Oh, yeah.
So listen, let's not talk about nuts. I've seen yours dragging like a fucking elephant. You just go there and they're like, and here's the safari. The Dees is out. Yeah, right. There's the Dees out mowing the lawn. Look closely. Oh, you don't look too close because his nuts are scraping across the lawn. Yeah. What the fuck you talking about? Anyway, so my sis says to me, because there was this thing that came out about a week ago. I know we had the show that you all heard last week about how I shredded, the father and Harvey Schroenberg. Right? So again, SHRUREBRUN. Do not use him. So what happened was don't.
He does it just as good. That was good.
Man, again, you're just fucking lacking the buttons. We talk about that show. So one of my daughter who passed, one of her first cousins went to a median in Illinois, or I don't know where he is. I think he's in New York, and they talked to her. Like he made it sound like he was talking to her,
right? Like in Ghost.
Yeah, for 100%. So because it was really. I want to say cool because it was cool, but you're skeptical, right? Everybody is skeptical. So I wonder, I always think to myself, so I'm talking to my sis about it. My sis she's going to reiki the shit out of you. Again, we got to do, if she would, we do it in this room, but she won't let us, right? Because it's just too much. So we're talking about it and I'm like, I'm going to do this guy. But my thing is, I'm not going to tell them anything. I'm not going to tell them anything. I'm not going to tell my name. I don't want them to know anything about me. Because in this day and age, you can find anything you want about somebody. Right. You can find out who their family was that passed. You can find out how people passed. I mean, there's a lot of information you can get from the internet. Right. And if you can't get it from the internet, you can get it from, like, I have people in Chicago and New York that I can get information from if I ask, right? It's as simple as that.
Right on the spot.
You just have to know not right on the spot. They would have to find it, but
I'm sure they're good at it.
Yeah, they're very good at it because they were in that world, right? So, and again, I'm not pretending I'm anything that I'm not. I just have people that have been in that situation that, if you ask, can help you, right? And it's not illegal. I'm sure it's not illegal because right now you can hire a private investigator, pay him $1,000, and he'll tell you anything you want to know about anybody. So anyway, I said to sis, I said, I want to do that, but I'm not going to tell them anything. And she goes, well, you might want to start a little like a little differently. Start with like a tarot reading. And I don't know the difference between a medium and a psychic. I know the psychic talks to dead people maybe, and the medium gives you your life. Medium, it's called the medium.
I'll never do it, so I don't know.
I loved it. So anyway, I said, we started having this conversation. I said, okay, I'm going to do this. And I said, it's going to be interesting because I'm going to, she said, I got the girl for you. And I said, great, I'm in. So I said, but this is what you got to do. You got to pay her. She's like, what do you mean, AC? I said, you got to pay her. I said, I want you to pay her. I want you to give her your email. I want you to not tell her my name. I want nothing about me. No, right? And she's like, man, you're really stretching. I said, oh, am I? I said, I'm not trying to trick her, but I'm going to validate her. right?
Right.
It's either if she can come to me and say, and she doesn't have to know my name, right? But
I don't blame you.
I don't think she has to know my name, right? She doesn't
I don't think she should know your name. I think if you want to
get an energy from me. My energy is not going to tell you my name, right? But it's going to tell you who I am. If you're good at what you do, you will be able to.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, I feel you. Everybody has tension, but if you can name a specific tension that I have, and you can't just say, "Hey, look, you've had somebody pass," because everybody's had people pass.
Right.
But if she can say you've had somebody pass that's young or near your age, or you're somebody very close to your daughter, did your daughter pass or son? That's very specific, right? And again, this chick was just reading my tarot cards. So there were a couple of things. So I said to her, okay, do this thing. So she said something. This was 2 days ago. So I said, let's do this. So she emails.
This is on a Zoom.
This is on a Zoom call.
Okay.
Yeah. So she gets me the girl. She's used her a bunch of times. She likes her. She respects her. She thinks she does a great job, which she does. She does a nice job. So we're gonna just throw a shout out. India Lay, Leigh. We love her, and I'm gonna use her again. India Lay. If you want to go see her. Look her up her website. She'll do it. I don't know her prices because I didn't pay for it. She does all kinds of sessions. So we do this 2 days ago. She says, okay, this is where you're at. I actually email her from my guy who works for me in Boston that does the emails and stuff, Peter. So I email. So again, she has no idea who I am, right? So I set up for 4:30 today, and I get on my little Zoom call. I got my little headphones on. I shut the door. I'm telling these guys because they're out there playing VR and they're screaming like they're playing some game where they're doing like Matrix shit. And I see Bo moving up and down. I'm like, what the fuck is going on out there? And then you hear him, oh, you're done. And then they're playing the paranormal game. So I get in my little office, put my little headphones on, and the host comes up, says, host is going to come up. So I'm like, oh, she's late. It's 4:33. I was supposed to be on 4:30, right? Pops on.
Who knew?
Yeah. Pops on, says, hi, AC, but says my name. And I said, how you know my name? She goes, it's on the screen. I was like, oh, shit. I was like, oh, because Zoom does your name, right?
Meanwhile.
No. Now she's got cards. She is shuffling the whole time. Like she's just shuffling cards, these tarot cards, shuffling, throw them there like she's a blackjack dealer. I'm talking like, why is she talking to me? AC, you're this, you're that, the other. And she's like, and she, oh, this card fell. And then she's showing it to me. It's like a demon. I'm like, what the fuck is that? She's like,
whoa.
She's like, this you're carrying around. You have this demon that you need to just relax. But I'm going to, and all of a sudden she's like, throwing back. Also, there's 2 dolphins on the card. She's like, it's a miracle card. I'm like, what's the miracle? What's the fucking miracle? Right. So what she tells me. Oh yeah. So
you went from a demon to a dolphin.
Oh, all of it, dude. Right. First card I get. And she's doing all the talking. And the best part of it is we have the audio. So we will play the audio on a special thing. We're all going to get together like on a Monday night or something. We're not going to necessarily do a whole show like this, which we can. We're going to play my audio and we're going to hear it. So first she's talking about my relationship. Right. And she's kind of focused on the relationship. And I'm thinking, I don't really have that bad of a relationship with CC, it's not like, so I don't know if she's talking about my relationship with you.
It definitely is me.
She's talking about my relationship
I'm the dolphin. He's the demon riding me through the waves.
I'm wondering, excuse me. I'm wondering if she's talking about him. I'm wondering if she's talking about him because I'm like, I don't know, and then she's like kind of being specific. She's like, if you don't work this out, you can, you could just check out and be done with it. I'm like, wow, am I going somewhere? Like this is fucking intense, right? And she showed me a card with hearts, like getting squeezed by vines. She's like, this is what's happening to your heart and stuff. And I'm like, whoa. And I'm kind of looking around. I was like, do I hate that chick? I'm like starting to feel like I want to go smother CC with a pillow, right? So she's going on. She's like, and then she goes, it's not always about that. It's about, your relationships in this, but you could be having some struggles in your relationship. Now, every relationship has struggles. Yeah, right. Every relationship has, but again, I'm not discounting because I did love it and I believed her. So she's telling me about the relationships, right? This is where it got a little weird. She comes in, she says, so now I ask.
So it's not weird yet.
No. I don't say a word. Now, when I say, guys, you've never heard AC shut the fuck up, I didn't say a word. I literally didn't say, I was sitting right here and I was on my thing, doing this, drinking some water. I did not say a word until she asked me if I have any questions. So then she tells me, I see an abundance. She says, are you thinking about selling your company? bam, that's now. How does she know I work for? How does she know I own my own company? Right? She can't possibly know that I have my own company. It's easy to say you're going to change jobs, right?
Right.
That's easy to say, but you can't say somebody's going to specifically change your car, like sell their company, and it's going to do well for you. You're going to be able to sell it. So I say to her, "What am I going to do?" At that point, I say, "What's next?" That's all I say after I sell the company, right? She's like, "Well, you've got this creative spirit. Everything's spirits coming through these cards, right?" And she shows me this Queen of Swords, right? And again, I may be wrong about which card was which. Please don't attack me, tarot people, right? Tarot? Did we go over that
Tarot.
one? Tarot, right? I thought the tarot was
with the T at the
was a
end.
book.
No, it's
Tarot.
tarot reading.
Tarot. Tarot. Okay.
That's how people. I hear.
Yeah,
that's how
we
I
had a
hear
whole
it
conversation
anyway.
about
I think
it.
Torah is the book.
Torah, right. That's what I'm hearing in my head. So she's like, you're going to be able to sell this. Don't look. You just looked right at my nuts. When I looked at you, you were looking at the nuts. Listen to the story, guy.
This thing they make eye contact with you.
I don't know what's talking. Your lips are moving as much as your nuts are moving.
Yeah.
You got nothing for that?
It's like you pumped them up like Nike.
Like this. It's too late. Yeah, man.
I'm laid back, bro.
Jesus. You can't lay back. That you
Those
still
little- those
I'm
little-
listening to
you
you.
still have you still have a job. So anyway,
Those little pump things you pump on the nose.
Yeah.
so she gets into this whole relationship thing. You guys got to fix it or not fix it. You gotta, you guys are going through things and all that. And I'm thinking, again, I love her. I don't know that we're having those kind of issues, but I guess the last time we had a fight about, being in bed too early, like you guys want to go to bed, then maybe this chick is feeling that fight from Saturday, which again, never really happened. So she says to me, this is where it got weird. And weird. And again, I wasn't going to tell her because I wasn't out to attack this woman in any way, shape, or form. Because I believe her. I'm going to use her again. I want to hear more, right? So she says, when I said Kaylee, I said, I have a daughter that passed. Can you tell me, is she coming to you at all? Now I'm going to go with this, right? So she says to me, yeah. She's like, oh, she's okay. And she's like this, hi, thank you. Oh yeah, you want me to say this? Yeah, okay, thank you. Right? And now I'm mesmerized. I'm like, she talk. I know she's not talking to me. Yeah, I thought she's gonna be like, I'd be like, holy fuck, right? Holy fuck.
Go back to the cards.
Yeah. So the cards never stopped. So sorry, podcast land. I got this fucking thing that's going on, and as
you were at the hearts with the sword with the hearts in your business, and that's where you were at. Were you still there with the card story?
Yeah. No, we moved on.
What happened there?
She told me that I'm gonna sell. There's an abundance.
Yeah.
She pulled up the abundance card and she said, once you sell this thing, oh, you mean the creativity? Yeah. Sorry, I'll go back. So she says,
your nuts
she says,
distracted
me.
Distracted us.
Hello, nuts. So she says, I said, what's next? And she says, well, you've got this creative thing that's going on, and it's gonna be very successful. It's gonna carry you through where you're not gonna have to worry about money anymore. And I'm just like, well, I've been, again, in my mind, I'm thinking I've been very blessed with the eyeglasses for years. It hit a low because, pandemics and all that kind of shit. And I'm ready to move on. Everybody knows that I'm ready to move on. I mean, I've said to him, I don't want to be on the back of a truck, that was throwing sod, because that's what you do. You do sod. So I don't want to be on truck. I don't want to be, serving the dentistry that she works for, right? And I know I don't want to do whatever the fuck is. I think you paint houses. Nobody even knows what you people do, because God forbid, right? Anyway, so I turn around and I say, all right. She's like, this is going to sell, and you're going to be able to be in this world that you're in, the new creative world, and it's going to carry you for the rest. And I'm like, fuck. And then I said to her, and again, I didn't say a word about the podcast.
You slapped your nuts right on the table and said, "Fucking score."
Tell me where I'm at now.
Yeah.
Where are these guys going?
I wasn't even
nowhere.
Yeah. One thing I didn't do was do a sound check, because you're loud.
I love it.
Is he loud in your headphones?
I hear him.
Can you drop me a little bit of yours and mine headphones? Okay, so I'm finishing. So she tells me it's abundance. You guys are going to be very successful. That's what she tells me. Whatever you're doing right now, it's creative, and it's gonna go really well for you. And I was like, that's fantastic. So then I said to her, hey, we're doing a podcast. She goes, wow, that's exactly I was talking creativity. I didn't know, I couldn't see what exactly you were doing, but I see this creativity, because again, she pulled the card, and it was like something. I don't remember what the card was. And again, when we see the video, we'll all watch the video, and if Sherpa can get it up, we can get it up, right? When I get him this fucking box. So anyway, this is where it got a little weird. So, and again, I wasn't going to call her out on it. She says to me, is the girl that passed the daughter of your current relationship? I'm like, no. She's like, yeah, because I don't think she wants you guys to be together.
What?
And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Now, I don't know. I don't know what she's talking about. She's talking about, from the dead is like telling her there's something that could be going on in the relationship, that it may not be all together and she may not be happy about it. I'm like, I didn't want to tell her the girl loved her, like how do you respond to that? Oh no, you're totally wrong. Like she was way off on that one. Like, and then I tell CC and she's like, maybe she doesn't. I'm like, no, there's no way. There's no way. My daughter passed, God bless her in heaven, is coming back to tell me that I'm the stepdad, that she was like the stepmother. What the fuck does that even mean? That doesn't mean anything. Okay. So I laugh. I kind of was like, okay, I was like, I couldn't wait to tell her. Like,
next card.
Yeah. I was like, hey, CC, you know who don't like you? That one. Right. So she gets into that and she passes right over it. Right. Now, mind you, she's talking about this. She does a lot of relationship talk, and she's talking about my relationship with my friends. And she's talking, and again, there's nothing bad about it. Just that, again, the things I know, because as soon as I open my mouth, you can feel my energy. Y'all know it, right? Good, bad, or indifferent. Whether I come at you, don't come at you, however you feel, I talk to you. I come from a good place. I never want anybody to feel hurt. I'm not that guy. I'm not out to make people feel bad about themselves. I think we all eat shit, sleep, and die in the same way, not the same manner, but in the same way. So she's telling me about I'm forceful. And then she's getting into Little Al. So now she's like, you're Little Al, and I'm thinking to myself, me and Zeke Zeus used to call my cock Little Al. And he was Little Zump, right?
Oh, geez.
When we were kids. So now I can't get that out of my head. Every time she says your inner child, Little Al, and I'm like, God damn, right? What the fuck? I want to laugh, but I can't, right? And she's like, your inner child is coming out because maybe
look at the size of those nuts.
She's like, maybe did you have a tough childhood? There again, she's not on with that, But again, did I have a tough childhood? Personally, as a child, up until the point that I strangled the guy out with a seatbelt in the bus, at about 4th grade, we all have been bullied. Anybody that's been bullied has to listen to stuff. I was a little guy. I was a little chubby kid with the buck teeth, super buck teeth. I had braces when I went to school, but they were still buck, right? So I was getting bullied for that up until about 3rd or 4th grade. And again, I had very good friends, Zampone, and those guys have been my friends since 2nd grade. But the classes above you and those kind of. I was in a school with one hallway. I was in a Catholic school. I was with the same kids for 8 years. Okay, so the kids above us, it was always the competition. Fuck you. We're gonna fight you. We're gonna, So I was bullied by a couple of these kids that would come near wherever you lived. You had these kids. So one day I had enough. I literally had enough. I went dark. I snapped. I put a seatbelt around this kid's throat and I tried to kill him. And the bus driver stopped. She dragged me off of him. The whole 9 yards. I got suspended. It was interesting. So my father had to go down there and talk to his father. The school. It became a whole thing, right? And the kid never bothered me again at that point, right? Yeah, so anyway, I'm thinking to myself, and I was on a short bus, bro. This is a short bus, so they had seatbelts. Remember, big buses didn't have seatbelts. The little short buses, when there was enough kids to pick up, they picked up us in the short bus. So everybody said, "Oh, you're on the short bus." It was that kind of thing. Okay. So anyway, so I'm thinking, well, that was maybe my inner child. Like that childhood, it wasn't horrible and didn't like make me cry at night. But I guess she's trying to talk there because she's talking about my family. I came up through a very good family, very close. My parents have been together for 60 years. They've been married for 60 years. They've been together for like 65 years. They've been together forever. My sister and I are very close. Yeah, we had brother and sister fights, but there was no trauma in I was never diddled. I went to a Catholic school. No priest ever touched me. I didn't have any of that world.
Whew. Yeah, got out of there lucky.
I did. And one of the best jokes ever, which I'm going to give to Zeke Zooks when you listen, where he's like, I was like, why we didn't get it? Because we had a friend that unfortunately was. I will not mention his name. That's not fair. But his family kept putting him and his brothers. There were 6 kids, and they kept putting their friends, their sons, with this priest who was later literally accused and convicted of child molestation. But he was like, they were taking him away and stuff like that. It was terrible. I wish I knew at the time. I would have been. So Zump says to me, Well, you didn't get molested because you wouldn't have shut the fuck up. You would have been like, what the fuck is going on here? I see a priest dick. I'm like, this isn't happening. I'm slapping it away. I'm doing all that. I'm running out the door. I'm calling my mother, my father, the cops, the news. I'm an 8th grader being like this motherfucker took his dick out, right? And everybody knows that. That's how I would run. And Zump says, what, I wasn't good looking enough? I was like, you really weren't. He's like, that's bullshit. I was like, I don't know what to tell you.
One got away.
Yeah. He's like, I don't understand why they didn't bother me. Look at him. So she brings this to this childhood. And I'm like, again, I don't want to tell her she's wrong, but she's kind of a little bit off. A little bit like I didn't have a rough upbringing. I didn't do that. And but she's like, I can feel the force and the energy of what you are and how you carry yourself and that you can start to relax, right? She's like, this is going to be important. You need to rest. She's like, I can feel that you are so beyond rest. And I'm like, I'm 100 miles now. She's like, no.
See, that I agree with.
You need to rest. So now I'm thinking my blood pressure's been 150 over 101.
I agree because
like,
you don't stop.
I don't stop.
Yeah,
I want to stop. I don't know how to stop. I don't know how to stop.
You're a night guy. You're like,
I'm a night guy. Yeah, I'm up all night. So me and my nuts are up all fucking night, right? So
at least you have company.
That's why they're so swollen.
Oh, they swollen? Jesus Christ!
Not normal elephantitis. I don't know.
That chick wasn't right.
We ever put a black light in this room?
You put the black line. There's nothing in the room except one nut in the middle of it. Right? So she's like, maybe you're in a child now. Now when you sell your company and you fix your relationship and all that, you can relax. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to relax. I said, do you think I could go to bed early tonight? She's like, you should relax. And she's not like, she got serious. She's like, no. Relax. And I'm thinking, I'm going to die. I'm going to die of a stroke. Like this chick is chicking me down right now until I have a fucking major stroke. This is how she ends it. She says, AC, I got so much about you. The spirits are just whirling this room. I had a half hour. She goes, we're going 15 more minutes. I was like, what the fuck? Okay.
We'll be a little bit more money, but we're
Yeah. No, it didn't cost me a dime.
I'm just joking.
No, it didn't. I even said to her after this thing, I was like, hey, let me throw you a couple bucks. She's like, no.
Yeah.
She's like, we need to go again. Like she was like, I don't know. It was very funny. All of a sudden, she's like, we're going 15 more minutes. I'm like, okay, because I kept a look at my clock. I'm the guy who goes to massage, and when they say an hour, I make sure it's an hour. You don't get 5 minutes fucking off. Yeah. Your hands are on my shit for an hour, nuts and all. Right? So she says, we're going to go 15 minutes, no problem. So now she goes back, and then she gets to how I'm going to sell the company. It's going to come fast. I'm going to put it up. It's going to come fast. She gets to, at the end, she goes, oh, it's a miracle card. And I'm like, oh, nice.
What did it have on it?
It had 2 dolphins. It was hard to see all the cards.
So you got 2 dolphin cards.
No. Both the dolphin card was the miracle.
Oh, okay.
I just gave you a miracle earlier. She goes, miracle. She goes, oh, you're going to work out your relationship. It doesn't mean you're going to, that whole thing she told me about relationship. She's like, oh, it's not that you're going to break up. You guys have a new beginning and it's going to be with the same girl. And I'm like, fuck. I was like, I thought I was going outside and there was going to be divorce papers on the fucking start my new life. I was like, oh, really? Okay. That's good. After all that whole thing about, you got to get this shit. It could be going south. It could be done. She's telling me there's a miracle card in there that now says we're going to be fucking together forever and that we should be fixing our shit. I'm like, okay, thanks. Yeah, was I? And then she says, I really enjoyed this, because we did our 15 more minutes. She goes, I really enjoyed this. We're going to have to do this again. And you're willing to do this again. I said, we need a whole new set of shit. I want new cards. I want a new deck. I want to know because she's like, do you have any specific? And I said, at that time, I said, what's next? And she told me this was next. So I'm like, oh, good. We're already doing that, And then the only other question I asked was the Kaylee thing. I said, I had a daughter.
Oh, she brought up the podcast?
Yeah, she said, I've been creative and this is what's going to carry us through after I sell the company. So, and when I said the other thing that she was wrong about, which I didn't correct her, she goes, you're 2 girls. And I was like, I'm not going to, I'm not going to tell her 3 girls and a boy. I just figured, how would she know how many kids I have, right? Because she asked me, this was one other thing she asked me right before we end. She says, which again, can general, she says, do you deal with a lot of people with addiction? I'm like, oh, fucking right. I started with me, I'm like, oh, I have a daughter. That's fine. She's like, oh, your daughter, this is positive. Again, as we're fading out, she's like, oh, there was another heart with some card with some knights or something on it. My daughter is doing great.
And she is.
Yeah, and she is. But again, this chick had no idea, until I said something at the end of it. I'm like, oh, she's doing great. She's like, yeah, your daughter's doing great. I said, yeah, she asked me about addicts. I said, yeah, my whole family's addicts. We're all addicts, right? And she's like, well, just so you know, you can rest easy. And went back to, you need to sleep. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? I was like, do you want me to take a sleeping pill? Like, I was thinking, what do you want me to sleep with? So she's like, yeah, don't worry, your daughter's doing fine. You're gonna to wrap it up. That's how she said it. The spirits around you, they're positive energy. You have, you're gonna sell that company. You're gonna do real well. You're gonna make some money there where you have to worry about money anymore. That'll be fucking spectacular. She says this creative thing that you're doing is gonna move you to another level. She says, my daughter's doing great, and my daughter who passed hates Cece. So that's what I got at this thing. Now, this is what's going to happen, guys. That's what's going to happen. We're going to do what?
We should have someone come here.
Yeah, we're going to do it on Zoom.
No.
In this room, when he can get it up, I'm going to schedule us one for a medium. I want a psychic.
I'm not in.
I want a psychic. And I want him to, we're not going to say anything about us. And we're just going to say, talk to us.
Oh, I would so do that.
Yeah, we are. I'm setting up for May 7th, just so you know. May 7th.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
My wife would be down for that one.
Yeah, May 7th. It's going to happen May 7th. I'm going to use the guy who spoke to Kaylee, because this guy was amazing. I mean, it was amazing. He said he's in this room. And again, I don't know what they told him and didn't tell him previous, right? But he says he's in this room and he says, was there a young girl with shiny brown hair who just smiled all the time? And K, something with a K. And the chick who's her first cousin on her father's side just broke down. And you can actually see, you're in there remembering Kaylee Murphy. Mm-hmm. It's all over that group, right? Everybody's asking for the
video.
It was an audio, but everybody's asking for it. You see that, right?
I saw that.
Yeah. So they're all, because everybody wants to hear it. Because what she said in this, which was really amazing. And again, I don't know what this guy knew or didn't know, right? But what they said was, he said, she's talking to everybody. She's singing, she's laughing, she's dancing. He said she didn't even know she crossed over. He said she's trying to relay to me that she needs to tell all of you that there was no pain and she was not scared. She didn't even know what happened. That's pretty amazing, because Kay was driving to a hospital at 5 o'clock in the morning because she was having trouble breathing, right? Her lungs seized up. That's what happened, right? So when her lungs seized up, her heart stopped. And then they got her back on the side of the road by doing CPR. And then the ambulance came and kept doing CPR, was shooting the shit in her heart. So they were able to get her heart going where she could be on a machine to keep her alive till we were all there. As you guys know, I went up and Bo came up, and he was in Seattle. My son was in Seattle. My daughter's in Indiana. My ex-wife was actually in town. How amazing is that, right? She lived in Arizona at the time, and she was in town, and they all had dinner together. My daughter, my ex-wife, and my other daughter, they had dinner together. So it was just a God thing that happened that time. So he literally was like, she just is telling me there was no pain. There was no scared. She just went away. And he's like, she doesn't even know why she went to the other side. Like, she didn't even know how she got there. She was just there. Mm-hmm. And now he's like, she is loving like every minute of it. And she is peaceful. And she's with, is there another woman named, and again, okay, now he knew her name, Kaylee, right? So was he just, we're going to test him. Was he just talking because he figured Kaylee was an Irish name and he just threw out Mary? But Mary was her grandmother on her father's side, who passed previous to that, right? So he threw out that name. And the people that were in the room were just crying. Like, they were all crying. What I'm not going to go into the whole last week's episode about the father, right?
Yeah.
I was a little aggravated.
No,
I was a little aggravated in the audio, and again, people might hear this and be like, "You selfish bastard." But he talked to her.
It's a very
he talked to her. They gave him a message. So I'm going to do the same guy.
Oh.
Follow me? Now I want to hear the message. Now, how weird would it be if the message is, I never liked Cece, and you were a terrible stepfather? That'd be fucking awful. I'd have to call the guy and apologize.
We always joked about that, but I was always like, I don't know if I would want to hear bad news. Like
I would be a.
I don't think they'll give
you
you a
have a
case.
week left.
I don't think
Good
they'll give
luck.
you that. They won't give you that.
Could you imagine that getting the same stuff you got, and I heard that from the person? I would be so much into my head.
What do you mean? Say that again. I'm
Like
sorry.
the information that you got from that reading.
Yeah.
You know me very well, right? So
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh fuck, this is. Even the message she gave me, I'd be just a basket case.
Yeah.
I'd be losing my mind.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
We're just.
I would take that thing and be like, what does that mean?
Oh yeah.
What the- I would lose my mind.
Yeah. If you could read, you'd be looking shit up.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
You'd be on-
Like, she said
he'd be
die.
on Google like this. Hey, see, how do you spell? What was the word you were
I
trying to
spelled
use?
dolphin.
Yeah. But yeah. So
She said miracle.
So yeah, we're in. I'm gonna get that guy.
I'm not in that one.
You gotta come to that one.
No,
you don't
I'll
have to say
watch.
anything. Yeah, you watch. You don't even have to say
You're
anything.
gonna suck
They
it
won't
in.
even know you're in the room.
Yeah,
They won't
okay.
even know you
Perfect.
unless they're like, is there a big guy in the room? And he lost somebody a long time ago. Then you know your dad's coming through. You know,
Just
you
keep
never
going.
know. But what the message is? The message is it's hope, it's peace. Even though it could be bullshit.
I don't know.
Right? Which we don't know if it is or isn't bullshit. We really
Right.
don't. We want to say everybody in this realm wants to discount it all, right? But there are miracles that do happen, and is it a miracle from God, or is it just the fact that some people have a heart attack and survive, right? Other people don't. Can you be stuck in a car for 15 hours in the snow and pass, but somebody lives 15 hours and they call it a miracle, right? So we'll never know, but it gives hope. So I don't think they would ever be like, oh my God, like, oh, Staxx. Oh my God, no, and turn away. Like, no, don't talk to her. That'd be horrible. You'd have no business. The first person that said, this guy told my friend that she's got a week left, nobody's ever going again.
Right.
Nobody's ever going. That's why they'll never do that. Even if they see
Some
you
of them do that.
walking across the street. No.
Some of them do
Or they
that.
could be like, enjoy now because in a month you're going to be a long, painful.
God, no. Could you?
I would
Oh my
hate that.
God.
Yeah.
I would be bad for me.
You wouldn't leave the house.
yeah.
They would never do that. I don't think they're allowed to do that. I don't think they're.
I would hope not.
I don't believe that. And we're going to ask the guy. We'll ask him. We'll say, hey, could you give us the bad news? Because I'll ask him. I'll say, hey, bud, I got 2 questions. Could you tell me when I'm going to go? And can you give me a lot of numbers?
Like palm readers. It ends tomorrow.
Yeah. All of a sudden they're like, could you imagine? Hey, Staxx, don't go outside today. And all of a sudden she's in the house for the next 6 months.
You walk out the door,
would-
I'd be like, no.
Yeah. No, like you with the fucking reels. No. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. We're
I would
going to
do
do
that.
that. Yeah, we are. We're totally
100%.
doing it. I'm setting up for May. I wanted to do May 9th when it'll be her 2-year anniversary. And again, I'm not going to tell her. I'm not going to tell him who she is. I'm not even going to tell. And if I use my name, he's not going to know. He's not going to, my AC.
Well, unless he hears the podcast.
Yeah, but we won't let him. I'm going to book him way before because I'm going to have Sis book him. I'm going to be sneaky about it, just like I did with the other one. Because again, I'm not trying to trick him. I want him to be authentic. If you're going to sell me, then let's be real. Let's try and be real.
Did she sell you?
No, I'm talking about
No,
like.
I'm saying in general. Did she sell you?
Oh, so did I buy it?
Yeah. You're like,
No.
Here.
I didn't buy all of it. I just didn't. You can't when she says beyond the grave may not be comfortable with your current wife. That doesn't make any sense. Because again, we know how they
did that
interact.
mean something that you like?
I took it as it could be something else.
That's what I'm saying. Is the meaning that she said something different than you actually were thinking? Like,
No.
So it was just directly. That's what.
Yeah. I mean, it came. I was trying to see if I could swing it into something else. And it just never. There was nothing I could associate it with.
Are you able to ask her? Like, can you elaborate on that?
Yeah. Next time when we get closer, I'm gonna say, look, girl, I gotta tell you something. I'm gonna be like, now that we're getting to know each other, they loved each other. So I don't know where that's come from, and maybe it was
Or
because we
explain
did
it
have a
more,
fight.
or explain that more.
Yeah. But can she explain it? Because
Maybe she could.
Either the spirit comes or it doesn't. Right? And it doesn't mean it even comes. We don't know if we get this guy, if anybody's even going to come that we know. He could be trying to talk to my grandma who died 40 years ago. I love her, but
Maybe.
What is she going to say? I'm okay.
And maybe she's not talking about the one you think she's talking about. Maybe it's something else. Maybe
That's
it's
true. But again, when he says a name,
That's the name. That's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, so I will say
look
that
forward to it.
I loved it. I loved it today, what I did. India Lay, I hope everybody goes to see her.com. She was great. She had a lot of insight. She was very, at least, gave me hope, spiritual, gave me positivity. I like positivity. Everybody knows I'm a positive guy, or I think I'm a positive guy. I don't know. So, and we're going to set that up for about May 7th. We're going to do that right here in this room. And we'll get everybody who wants to come in. She wants to come in. You can't not get out. You can't do it. You got to be here, and we'll figure it out. And with that, I say, thank you for listening. That the whole rant about what I did today. And I think it was pretty interesting, and you all should try it at least once. What do you have to say?
Thanks for listening. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
So thank you. Since this is the one episode when we're not going to put any music under the button as we're leaving. Every time he's excited to go, he's like, I'm out of here. And we hear, today he doesn't want to do it. I don't know what the fuck's going on with it. But you know what? Again, the time's passed. Go ahead. What do you got?
So I got a little more to say this time. Check us out. Check us out on YouTube, Spotify. Hit that subscribe button, Podcast Land. We love you guys. Let us know that you love us. So with that said, thank you, Sherpa, for giving us a great screen time. And leave a review and grab a brew.
Love it.
I'm going to try my median thing right here. I have a prediction for everybody in this room.
Let's go.
We'll be back next week, motherfuckers.
Hey.
Even with my Robbie
Let's
haircut.
go, baby.
And I say